Hello! Wanted to show you my beautiful June garden. So we'll start here on the southeast side of the house. So lots of tiger lilies there. I just kind of let them go wild. I transplanted a hydrangea here. So hopefully we'll see some hydrangea, and there's some lady's mantle there. Lots of hostas, which I'm just letting take over, but underneath all that and under the tree is beautiful periwinkle that's pretty well finished blooming now. Our elderberry tree or elder tree has sprung back to life after being cut back, but I think it looks really good this year. And now I'm going to move over there against the wall to the snow in June. A beautiful show this year. Even though it's the beginning of June, everything's a bit earlier. And you can see the Russian sage that's doing really well. And I'm not sure what that's called. It's some type of sedum, but it's a really nice ground spreader that's going to have a beautiful show of yellow flowers. Can you pan like the distance? Just to get an overall view of it, because over there you see some beautiful irises, including the 3 yellow ones that are about to open. Now they are giant irises that I believe only bloom every second year, but to be honest, I think they haven't bloomed in a few years. Can you pan back a bit? Here, it's kind of nice to see the overall look. There is some coreopsis that's about to bloom. Now I haven't had that in a few years, but I noticed the little one starting to grow last year because it self-seeds, so I let it go and it's looking beautiful. In front of that is the black-eyed Susans from Julia's garden, which apparently are going to get invasive soon. And in the front here is the evening primrose. It's amazing that I remember all these names. But under the dining room window, if you could just pan back, I've got 6 separate daylily plants. Now I missed their blooming last year because we weren't here, but hopefully we'll see something. This area needs a lot of water. It's south exposure and it's really hot, and I find it dries out a lot, but it's really showing beautiful show this year. Here is the perennial geranium, purple geranium, which looks really beautiful. That's kind of at its peak. Some more irises that are, I guess, past their peak. Next to that, we've got some Shasta daisies, which are looking really good thanks to all the effort I've put in the past few years. Next to that is lady's mantle, which is just starting to bloom. Look how nice that looks. And next to that we have some sedum. Now on this side, if you could pan back, Mish, to get a view of this side. I'll have to stay on top of this vine because it's invasive. There's more of those tiger lilies, which I kind of let go wild, but also mixed in with that is some phlox, and last year they had beautiful pink flowers, so hopefully I'll get that beautiful show of pink flowers again later this summer, and that they last a long time, so I really am happy with that. And of course they sell seeds, so I've just left it. This is my wild garden. Okay, so we're gonna now move to the area around the back deck. Okay, we're showing you the snow in June. Look at the beautiful show of it this year. It actually started to show in May because we've had such an early spring this year that it's really at full bloom right now, so that's beautiful. And next to that is the Russian sage, which will have a lot of flowers later this year. And then there's that sedum, which is kind of a ground spreader, which is going to open up its yellow leaves soon. And the pink in there that you see is a columbine, which I have scattered throughout my garden, but the best color columbine are on the other side, so we'll go and show you those. Okay, so now we're at the back deck. We got some euonymus next to the steps there. That's been there for a long, long time, but it seems to be doing okay. I think I see some dog poop in there. I'll get that after. And next to that is some hostas. There's two different types of hostas. This one here with the white in the middle came from Mike's old house in Brighton. And next to that is this sedum again that's going to have yellow flowers. Behind there, the purple leaf is coral bells. They'll have beautiful white flowers on. Now I have to keep an eye on this because I noticed some of those caterpillars eating the leaves. Here we've got some beautiful lady's mantle again, and you can see the way the raindrops rests on the leaves, giving it a really sparkly look. That's pretty because I watered this morning, so that's the leftover. And behind the lady's mantle is this quite short clematis, but it's got some blooms on it. Now again, I missed that blooming last year, so hopefully I'll see a nice show there. So that's only gets the morning sun. So apparently this type of clematis, I don't even remember what kind it is, apparently will survive with minimal sun. Got some more hosta there, which is nicely taking up the space. Another coral bell that will have white flowers, and look at this deutzia shrub. There's two of them side by side. I don't remember it ever blooming so beautifully before. So that is just gorgeous. And then we've got some coral bells. Now this is a very old lot of coral bells, but I managed to baby it last year, so it's blooming this year. And behind there, which is kind of getting crowded now, is, I forget what that's called. Is it dianthus? It gets some white flowers on it. They don't last very long though. And of course, my spirea bushes, which have been here forever and ever, but I cut them back every year, and once they bloom, they're going to bloom soon. I'll cut them back again. I got that yellow sedum again that weed there. So the thing about the spirea is it self-seeds, so there's some new bushes growing there. Perhaps we'll move over here now to this garden, which doesn't have any blooms yet, but it will. There's evening primrose, which I love. Oh, I forgot. Some daylilies, which are really nice, really deep maroon colored daylilies. And at the back, the tall shrub is actually a stilbe that Miles so kindly gave us a few years ago. It was just a few sticks in the ground, but look how beautiful it is. So that's another thing that I missed blooming last year, but it looks like it's going to have big, wispy white flowers on it sometime soon. Can't wait to see those. So now we'll move to this kind of messy area. There's some excess wood there that we need to get rid of, but in the meantime, I'll kind of let this garden do its own thing. So we've got some spirea shrubs, again, that sedum that I like so much, some grasses, the hosta, that nice giant hosta from the side over there, which I'll show you after. It's coming along. And some spirea bushes and more grass. And I've got some at the back here, the Japanese painted fern. And this year I thought I would try and transplant some hosta here to see if it would grow in this acidic environment underneath this pine tree or spruce tree. Okay, we'll move on to the other side of the patio. Over there you can see the sedums, which do really well. Can I walk in front of you? The sedums that do really well here, it creates like a shrub. And usually I put a purple fountain grass in here, but this year Julia gave me some zucchini plants, so I thought I would try that. They seem to be doing okay. here is some marigolds to keep the bugs away. Something's been eating this leaf. I'm not sure what it is, but it's only that leaf that's infected. And here's my flower buckets. Got some purple, the name is escaping me, and marigolds. And I bought some these geraniums at Costco yesterday, so I just have to plant those in there. Okay, we'll move just to your left, Michelle, along the deck there. There's some, now here's a beautiful show of columbine. Look at those two types, a purple one and a pink one. There's lavender here too as well that's going to bloom. There is the speedwell, which will send up purple flowers soon, which the bees really like. A spirea has made itself at home, but I see that my hibiscus, perennial hibiscus, is starting to grow. It's not doing that well, but it will have a few shoots this year. Again, my very old spirea bushes, but I gave them a good trim this year and they're going to flower, so they'll look nice really soon. Okay, we're going to move around the corner here to there's a beautiful white phlox here. Wait for the camera. It's not blooming yet, but that'll be beautiful white phlox that is very fragrant next to the Shasta daisies, which I transplanted and cleaned up last year, no, the beginning of last year, so there'll be a really good show. And again, we have some more beautiful columbine which made themselves at home here, which are really in the way because hiding underneath there is an astilbe plant, so when that's finished blooming I think I'll move it. The thing about columbine is it self-seeds, so you're surprised where it comes up. Here's one of my most favorite perennials called Gora, like Laura but with a G. Gets these pink wispy flowers on. Likes the sun. There's my hanging basket, which I probably won't hang because it looks nice there since we took that wall away. There's another Japanese painted fern, which it self-seeds as well, so we find that growing in different areas, but so whatever I found growing I planted over there beside the patio, so that's kind of nice, but it likes that spot there. And here is this beautiful hosta, which has really gigantic leaves on, which I really like because it takes up this whole. Again, beautiful clematis. Another one that I missed blooming last year, but I should see it this year because there's lots of buds on it. The thing about this spot, yes, the advantage is it gets a lot of sun, but the disadvantage is it needs a lot of water. For some reason that drains too much where it is. And next to it, got some beautiful snow in June. Actually, it's got a really thick show of flowers with some sedum tucked in there, and this huge euonymus, which takes over all the space, and if I'm not careful, it starts to grow up the wall there. Okay, we'll move over here. Again, all this columbine, which has seeded itself there, but I really need to tame that, cut some back. But there's some daylilies in there, some beautiful ground cover. I don't know if you see that, but there's another beautiful sedum plant that I really like here. And what else? We got some sedum over there, and of course my huge hydrangea, which gets infested with bugs, so I have to, they're not actually bugs, they're worms, so I have to get the worm out. Here too. Gotta stay on top of that. Here's the branchy plant. He's a goner. That's why you gotta wear gloves in these gardens. Oh, that one too. Oh my goodness, there's the worm. Squish him, kill him. Any more worms hiding in there? I want flowers, not worms. Okay, so this is a beautiful, it's It's a daylily.
Stella